Live. Okay, so we're back here live on YouTube to analyze, trade, and learn. Welcome back, guys, to the live. I hope everybody is doing great. Let's get the likes up to 10. Okay, if I can get everybody to hit that thumbs up button, that would be greatly appreciated. Hi, hi, Cecile. Hello, Bright. Hello, Ebony Francoise. Welcome back, guys. Happy New Week. Hope you guys are doing great. Let me know if you guys can hear me in the comment section. Can you all hear me? Can you people hear me? Let me know. And I hope you guys can also see my screen. Let's get the likes up, guys. Double tap. Oh, wait, this is not TikTok. You can't double tap. Okay, perfect. So yeah, we're just getting started. If this is your first time joining the live, then welcome. It's great to have you here. What I do on this live is analyze the Forex market. I provide you guys with basic trading education. This is a great place to learn about trading. If you're a beginner, I come live twice. Well, I used to come twice a day. For now, it's just once a day, Monday to Thursday from this time. So I normally start around 10:30 a.m. Eastern time, Monday to Thursday, sorry. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you want to get more information for free, subscribe to the YouTube channel. You're definitely going to learn a lot, get a lot of value by being a member of this YouTube channel. Go ahead and subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. And also make sure to join the Telegram group that I have. Okay, I have a Telegram group that's 100% free. I do post free trade signals on there and also teach you guys more about trading. Okay, I provide like helpful tips here and there about trading, motivations, and all that. Amazing community to be part of. Make sure you join it as well. The link to the Telegram group is listed below this live. So if you just check the description box, you should be able to see it. Okay. So without well, you no longer go live on TikTok. Yeah, so for TikTok, I used to come live there, but for the past month or so, I haven't been going live just because, I'm trying to make sure my account doesn't get deleted like the previous one, right? I've had a few warnings from TikTok, so I kind of like decided not to go live on there for now. And what I'm doing now is building a new TikTok account, and then I'm going to use that to go live. So I'm trying to get to 1,000 followers on this new TikTok account so I can start going live on that account. Okay. So that I would really appreciate it if you guys can go and follow this new TikTok account. Okay. I shared it in a Telegram group, but I'm going to keep sharing it. I think I'll be sharing it every day. That way you guys can see it. But I need everybody to go and follow the new TikTok account, get it to get it to at least 1,000 followers so I can start going live, because I cannot go live if I don't have 1,000 followers. So right now that account is sitting at, what is it sitting at? 500. I have about 500 followers now, so just 500 more to go, and then I should be able to go live. So if we get it to 1,000 today, then I can resume going live tomorrow, and I'll also resume the evening live session. So I usually used to go live in the evening around 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, you know. But I haven't been doing that as well. But if I can get the TikTok to 1,000, then I'll return to that one as well. Okay. Anyways, let's get started. Um, let's get started. So we're gonna start with analyzing gold. I can see there's about 16 people watching, but the likes is not yet at 10. If I can get everybody to give this video a thumbs up, that would be greatly appreciated. Let's get the likes to at least 10. If everybody can just hit that. Let's get the likes to 10, guys. We are at 6, 7, 3 more to go. So I'm going to open up gold here on the chart. Okay. Open it up here on the daily time frame. Let's get it up. 2 more to go. 2 more to go, people. Okay, 1 more to go. Okay, perfect. So for those who have not yet liked, please give the video a thumbs up, okay? So let's get started. We're going to analyze gold. Okay, before I start, let me just let you guys know the trading class for June is, the registration for that class is now open. So for those who want to participate in the trading class, you want to dive deeper into learning about trading and everything, make sure you sign up for the upcoming trading class. It starts on June 5th, 2025. This is where you can register for it. All you got to do, if you're watching through YouTube, just go to my YouTube profile here and then click on this more links. Scroll down and then you'll see forms. Okay, so you just click on that form. It will bring you to this page, and all you got to do is fill in this information, and then you'll be registered for the class. Okay, so take advantage of it. This is where you can learn a lot more about trading. The YouTube live that I do provides you with basic knowledge, but if you want to take trading serious, then you want to join the trading class. Okay, so start joining for those who are interested. And remember, the deadline to register is on May 31st. Okay, so by May 31st, that's the deadline. If you after May 31st and you're trying to join, you won't be able to join anymore. So make sure you start registering right now, okay? So anyways, let's get started with the analysis. So here I have gold on here on the daily time frame. All right, so we're going to analyze it. We will start with the daily time frame just so we can see. It's been a while, since I came live here. So let's see what has been happening. All right, so this is the daily time frame. Currently, the trend of gold is we are in an uptrend on the daily time frame. Okay, so price is still pretty much in an uptrend. Okay, and what else? Okay, so it's in an uptrend. The price has been going down, okay, over the last few, let's just say about a week. Okay, for the past week or so, it's been going down ever since it went to the previous high here. Okay, and then it got rejected, started going down. Okay, so I have the levels here. An important support that we have is sitting around 3,166. Okay, 167, and then that's one support. And then we have as well, we also have this low here. Okay, so as long as the market is above this 29.53, it's still in an uptrend. Okay, so right now we have a slightly bearish pattern that's forming up here with gold. Okay, so I believe price of gold is slowly trying to make its way back to this previous high. Okay, so this previous high, which is at 3,167, I believe this is where gold is heading to. And when it gets here, we are most likely going to see a strong bounce back up. Okay, back to the previous high, the all-time high, and then possibly gold is going to be able to break it. Okay, so we want to look for buying opportunity between 3,167 and 3,160. 3,133. Okay, so anywhere between 3,167 and 3,133 are all good areas that if the price taps into, you can look for buying opportunity. Okay, so yeah, so basically that's it. Gold has been going down because it failed to break this previous high. Okay, it failed to break it, so it had to come back down. And I told you guys that would happen once we get the daily candle closing bearish, right? When the price returned to this resistance, and immediately the next candle that followed was a bearish candle. So that was already signaling weakness in the market. So the price had no choice but to head back down. Okay, so now it's gone back down to some support that will give it more strength to push back up. Okay, and then that support as of right now is sitting around 3,167. Okay, so that is basically it. Let me go to the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so this is, I'm going to delete this line here because it's irrelevant for now. Okay, so this here is basically the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so on the 1 hour time frame, we see that we have a bearish trend. Okay, so in the 1 hour time frame, so many opportunities for us to have looked for short. When the price is in a downtrend, you always want to look for selling opportunities, right? So yeah, so currently on this 1 hour time frame, this is where the price is right here. So where the price is, and what do we see? Since we're in a downtrend, always want to mark the previous lower low and then the previous lower high. In this case, I have it right here. Okay, so this box here is showing us the low and the high, okay, which is like around here. Okay, should I even, yeah, so like that. So this is our lower high, which is sitting at 3293. Okay, 3293. That's our previous lower high, which if the price was to switch out of this trend, it would need to break above this. Okay, first break above this, then this is sign that we're about to potentially switch from this bearish trend to an uptrend. Okay, so far that hasn't happened. What we see is that gold after breaking this current low, okay, the current low was at, or the previous lower low, okay, the previous lower low was around 32.15. It broke below 8 and then it pulled back for retest, and then it started getting rejected, right? First we got rejected here, it pulled back down a little bit and ended up going up a little bit further, and then now it's getting rejected. Okay, it got rejected and now it's heading down. Okay, so why are we getting rejected here? Because we have a resistance right here. Okay, so this previous low, right, is a resistance. It's a resistance level. So if I'm gonna put a let me just put a, okay. So this thing doesn't, wow. Okay. Yeah, so this here, this is a resistance, right? It used to be support, right? It used to be a level where price held it as support. So now that the price has broken below it, guess what? It turns into resistance, okay? So yeah, that's essentially what happened. Price pulled back to this resistance, got rejected, and now it's heading down. So the next thing that's about to happen, is the price is going to continue heading down. The next thing is the price needs to now break this current low here, okay? So price needs to break. So we need to break this current low. Once you do that, then we're heading, the next target is going to be 3,160, yeah, 167, 66. This is where it's going to go to once we break below this, okay? So you want to look for selling opportunities. The good area to have entered a sell, of course, would have been number one here at 32.48, right? And then over here, 32.64 would have been a good area for a sell as well, okay? So now let's, okay, so this here, if the price returns back to this resistance, this is still going to be a good area for a sell. So you can look for a sell here as well, okay, anywhere between 32.58 and 32.72, okay. Price returns back to this area. These are areas to look for a sell, okay. So yeah, so for gold right now, we want to focus on looking for a sell because price is bearish, okay. For the price to resume bullish, we need the price to break above 32.93. Okay, if it can break above that, at least on the 1 hour time frame, then this is going to be a good sign for gold. Okay, right now the price is buying a little bit, right? It is buying, and this is because, all right, it is buying because we have a support right here. Okay, so we have like a little support here. This is the previous low. So if I just put here, let me just mark this. Yeah. Okay. So this here is also a good area to buy in the short term, of course. So I would have entered a buy here, but it's already too late. Okay. For this one, it's already too late, right? Because the price is already at the target. If I had seen this, I would have placed a buy around here at this low 32.25, and then I would target 32.43 as my take profit. Okay, but now this is a resistance, okay, where the price is now getting to. This 32.43 is a resistance, so prices, it should sell from that level, okay. So this is going to be a area to actually sell, right? So for those who want to sell gold, it's literally now at a good area for a sell. So 32.43, it should come back down to 32.25, and then if it holds this support again, it might break, go higher, so yeah, look for sell at this level, 32.43. Okay, so yeah, that's it for gold. We want to look for selling opportunity because we are bearish. Okay, and then once the price gets to 32.67, get ready to look for massive buys. Okay, so that's it. Now let's move on to the next pair on our list. Let me set an alarm. I think I'm going to set an alarm. Let's set an alarm here. Actually, hold on. Okay. Let me type this. Yeah, so first take profit 32. $32.09. Okay. And then for those who want to hold until the main TP, which is 3167, around there. Okay. That's the main TP, and then the stop loss. Okay. Oh goodness. Okay. So the stop loss is gonna be 32. So anyways, that's the gold sell. Okay. Make sure you apply proper risk management if you're going to take this sell on gold. Okay. So let's move on to the next pair. The next pair on our list is GBP/USD. We're going to start off by analyzing this one as well. Right off the bat, I'm going to tell you GBP/USD is also bearish on this 1 hour time frame. It's going to sell. So look to sell GBP/USD now. Okay, let me write down the target. So GBP/USD sell, take profit number 1. I'm expecting the price to push back down to 1.3163, number 1. And then it could possibly even go back and break this current low, 1.3140. Okay. So yeah, so that's GBP/USD sell. Now let's analyze it and see why are we saying that it's selling. Like, why am I saying that it's gonna sell? Okay. All right. So this is the 1 hour time frame. Oh my goodness, I haven't even been seeing the comments. Which one is our protected low on daily time frame? Which one is our protected low on the daily time frame? So daily is bullish and 1 hour is bearish. Yeah. So on gold, the protected low on the daily time frame, okay, is 29.54. Okay, so 29.54 is going to be a level that I don't think gold is going to break below. Okay, so I see gold coming down to 31.67, possibly 31.33. And then from there, it should now bounce back up to start heading higher. However, if it breaks below 29.53, okay, this low here on the daily, then just know this means that gold is now extremely bearish. It's not going to start heading, it's going to start clearing all these highs. It will clear it all. Okay, but I don't really think that's going to happen, right? Because gold is, yeah, it's in a very strong uptrend, and the trend is most likely going to continue. So yeah, but on the 1 hour, it is bearish. Okay, temporarily we have a bearish trend. Okay, anyways, for GBP/USD, on the 1 hour time frame, it is bearish. Okay, this is the 1 hour time frame for GBP/USD. Number one, what do we notice? Let me delete these. Okay, we have lower highs, lower lows that's currently being formed on this chart, right? Previous low is right here at 1.3211, right? That's the previous lower low. Previous lower high is right over here at 1.3322. Okay, so GBP/USD, it did come back here to this lower low, and then to do a retest, it got rejected, came back down, and then it found support around here, and then it started going up. All right, so now it's going up. However, now it has resistance. Okay, there's resistance. We have this, let me mark it. Okay, so we have this fair value gap right here. This is a bearish fair value gap, right? This is a resistance, and then we also have this resistance right over here. Okay, so this low here is also resistance. So this is why the price has entered, this fair value gap here is a form of resistance. So since the price has entered this area, this is an area usually the price will start selling once it taps into it. If it goes higher, then it can come here and then start selling. Okay, so that's basically it. All right, it's because we are at a resistance. We already got confirmation here. This is the 1 hour time frame that gave us a confirmation the price is getting rejected. So the next thing that should happen is for the price to return back to this current low here. Okay, so that's on the 1 hour time frame. Now let's check the daily time frame to see the overall trend. All right, so I'm going to check here the daily. Okay, so this is GBP/USD on the daily time frame. Okay, so on the daily time frame, for GBP/USD, it is currently, what would you guys say? Do you say, let me ask you guys in the comment section. All right, is GBP/USD in an uptrend or is it in a downtrend on this daily time frame? When you look at it very well with your eyes, what would you say? We are trending up or are we trending down? Bonnie says uptrend, okay. Okay. All right. How about the others? What do you guys think? Is GBP/USD in an uptrend or downtrend? Cecile says up, right? Says it's in an uptrend, but there's a change of character on the daily. Okay. 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 So, okay. Vivian says downtrend. Okay. So let's look at it. Let's examine it. Examine it very well. Okay. So first of all, it is okay. So where is the price right now? Let's see. Let's see. Okay. We're going to look at it to see who is correct. Okay. Number one, this is the current trend. Okay. So let's start from when the trend started. Okay. Initially, we had this downtrend, right? This was a downtrend. Then price switched from this downtrend to now an uptrend. Okay. So when this uptrend started, right? What the price started doing, or the candlesticks, it started forming higher highs and higher lows. Okay. Now remember, in order for an uptrend to continue, okay, number one, the previous higher low shouldn't get broken. Okay, that's one thing that should be respected. The previous higher low is a key support for an uptrend. If the price breaks below that, now there's a chance it could possibly head lower. Okay, as long as as long as it doesn't break above the current high. Okay, now GPUSD started this uptrend, right? So we can see if we follow this uptrend, you can see we had this high, broke above it. This is our low, it didn't break, came here, created this new high, broke above it. The low never got broken, right? And then it went ahead and formed this new high, which it broke above it. However, right over here we got a break. Okay, so the price broke. Give me a second. 1 minute, guys. So basically the GPUSD ended up breaking. Okay, so it ended up breaking this current low here. Okay, but then at the end of the day it broke back above it. Okay, so this breakout was obviously not a real breakout. All right, so trend continued. Okay, and then we created this high, and then price broke above it. Okay, broke above that, and then okay, so uptrend is still continuing. Then price came here, formed this one here. You have to zoom in a little bit to actually see it, right? We pushed up to this point, we got rejected, dropped, it came back, and it did break that high. Okay, so it did. It ended up breaking this. It ended up breaking this high over here. Okay, you can see a clear breakout. So since it broke above that high, this means that this low here is going to be now the protected low. Okay, for this uptrend to continue. Okay, so what ended up happening is that price came back. We did get a break below this higher low. Okay, so this daily candle showing us that the price broke that. Okay, so now we have slightly bearish. All right, but this is not 100% confirmed. Okay, it's not 100% confirmed. The thing that usually will happen when the price does this, right? When it does this, it will pull back up to, to a resistance, right? And then from there, it should sell up. However, if the price pulls up to the resistance and then comes back, and breaks this current high, then it means this breakout was false. Okay, so there's a possibility, okay, of the price heading down further. Okay, so we want to look for selling opportunity. Of course, we want to look for selling at the pullback because we're seeing this. This is just a sign. This is telling us that there's a possibility that we're going to switch bearish, but it's not guaranteed. All right, the thing that guarantees it, right? We have the second higher low. Okay, second higher low is now the key. Is the main thing. If the price breaks below this, now we have an extreme bearish confirmation that the price is going to start heading down further. Okay, but for now, yes, we have a possibility that we can be heading down. So because of that, we want to look for selling opportunities. where I think GBP/USD is heading, right? I think it is bearish right now, slightly bearish. It should be heading back down to at least this current low. Okay, usually that's what happens when the price breaks the current higher low. It will now try to head back to the second higher low, and then at the second higher low is where, if it holds it, it will now push back up higher. Okay, so yeah, for now, focus on looking to sell GBP/USD. You have an area number one to sell where I just mentioned. Okay, so the current area where the prices are right now is an area to look for a sell. The other area where we could look for a possible sell is all the way at the top here. So around, around 1.3423, 1.3423, 1.3381. Okay, if GBP/USD comes up to this area, this is going to be a very strong sell. Okay, if it comes there, it's going to be a strong area for a sell. Okay, so that is basically it. If you want to look for buying opportunity on GBP/USD, an area for a good buy would be around here. Okay, so starting from 1.2865 and 1.2711 is going to be an area to look for a buy on GBP/USD. Okay, so yeah, so that's GBP/USD. For those who said the price is in an uptrend, you are so you guys were correct, right? It is in an uptrend. However, we now have a shift. Okay, we were in an uptrend, but now there's a shift that has taken place whereby price could now be entering a downtrend. Okay, so let's just say we're not in a downtrend yet, but we could be starting a downtrend very soon. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Okay, all right, so we've analyzed so far gold, okay, which is bearish. Gold is a sell. We've analyzed GBP/USD, which is also bearish. It's a sell. And now let's head over to the next pair on our list to analyze. Okay, so let me open up Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin is the next pair on our list here. Let me open it up. So Bitcoin, yeah, so when I last analyzed Bitcoin, I believe that was last week, right? It was last week that I analyzed it. And so far, the analysis is actually playing out. Okay, Bitcoin is doing exactly what I expected it to do. It's buying. Okay, so let's look at it clearly here. Okay, so this is Bitcoin on the daily time frame. It's already at the previous high. Okay, so literally the previous all-time high is at 109,745. Okay, 109,745. Okay, so yeah, so basically, Bitcoin, this is the daily time frame. If I zoom out, let me just zoom out. Okay, I'm gonna zoom out here. Okay, so Bitcoin, we had a downtrend playing out right here. Okay, so the price was in this downtrend. Okay, and then it basically changed characters around here. Okay, so around 94,000. Okay, 94,700, around there. Change character, right? It switched from this downtrend to an uptrend. This was a second lower high. Okay, second lower high, price breaks above that. This is now signaling a switch, a shift, okay, from the bearish to bullish, right? So now we are in an uptrend here on this daily time frame. And yeah, so basically what we see previously, we had this resistance right here, this previous high, price broke above it, right? And then it came back for retest, held the low, and then it bought, okay? And yeah, so once the price was able to break this newer resistance, the next target was number 102, right? And then this is a resistance here, but price didn't get rejected there. It kept going higher, and then it came to this resistance, and now it's pulling back, okay? So what do you want to do for Bitcoin? Since the price is bullish, not bearish, since the price is bullish, you want to be looking for buying opportunities. Okay, so as of right now, okay, we have this previous high right here. Let me delete all these things. Okay, so we have all this previous high right here, previous higher low right here. Okay, so for Bitcoin, I believe it should drop back down to around here. Okay, so it should drop back down to around 97,922. And then from here, it's going to be a good area for a buy. Okay, so 97,900 and yeah, 97,922. Okay, it's going to be a possible good area to look for a buy on Bitcoin. So I'm going to set an alarm here. Okay. So yeah, this uptrend is going to continue as long as the price of Bitcoin doesn't break this low. Okay. We don't want to see Bitcoin below 92,700. If we come back below 92,700, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be it's going to be bearish for Bitcoin. So yeah, so that's it for Bitcoin as of right now. I would look for a sell. Okay, for now I will be looking for a sell because the price is going to drop down to like 97,000 97,900. This is where Bitcoin should drop down to. So I would be looking for a sell on Bitcoin. Okay, right now it's pulling back to this resistance. We have a resistance right here, which is pulling back to. So now it should start selling. Okay, so this is a perfect area to sell. If you're going to sell Bitcoin here, set your stop loss. You can set your stop loss above this resistance right here. Okay, so slightly above 109,708. Okay, that's where I would set my stop loss, slightly above that, and then enter sell at that very spot that Bitcoin is at. So give me a second. 103, 190, 162, and then okay. So yeah, Bitcoin is gonna be a sell. Um, what is entry point for GBPUSD. Let me just yeah. Okay, for GBPUSD, where is it? Okay, so like I said, for GBUSD, the entry point for sell, the current sell that I just gave out, okay, between 1.3243 and so so where the price is right now is an area to enter the sell. If the price goes higher, then you also can enter around 1.3284. Okay, so that's basically it. The price is already it is already at an area to enter a sell. Okay, and we already got the confirmation. If it keeps going higher, this just gives you the opportunity to enter another trade if you want to. But yeah, so the entry is essentially between yeah, the entry is essentially between 1.32, okay, 42 and 1.3293. Okay, that's where you want to be selling GBPUSD. Okay, anyways, back to Bitcoin. Okay, so I believe it's going to sell. Target is the target is 98. Sorry, not 98. I mean, you can target 98,000, but the main area where I'm expecting it to get to like 97,000 922. Okay, then when we get there, that will be an area to buy. Okay, so yeah, so pretty much that's it for Bitcoin. Also, this is the 1 hour time frame. Okay, this is the 1 hour time frame for Bitcoin. And what do we see? We see an uptrend. Okay, obvious uptrend playing out. Now with this uptrend, what happened? All right, the price broke the previous high or low. Okay, let me just mark it. Let me mark it. Okay, so this is here. This was our or yeah. So we can see the price literally broke below this, right? So this is already a sign, a bearish sign, right? So price is pulling up to a resistance. In this case, it's this previous low, right? This previous low turns into resistance. It used to be support, but now the price is below it. It turns into resistance. Hence, price is going to go back there and then it will start selling. Now the target is for the price to come down to around this point. And then from here, if it holds the support, it will now push up to go higher. Okay, so that is basically it. That's for Bitcoin. This is the reason for the sell. Okay, I hope it makes sense. So far, I've analyzed gold, which is a sell. I've analyzed GBPUSD, which is also a sell. Okay, and then I've analyzed Bitcoin, which is also a sell. Okay, there is, I think that is about it. Okay, another pair that I trade and analyze here on this live is AUDUSD. Let me take a look at it. Okay, let me take a look at it here. Let's see. Okay, so AUDUSD. What is happening with this one here? Okay, so AUDUSD. This is let me zoom out. Okay, zoom out a little bit. I want to focus on what's happening like right here. Okay, so right over here, with AUD USD, what do we see? Okay, we can see we are in a downtrend, of course. Okay, price is bearish from this point to this point here. Okay, it broke above. Let me delete these lines here. Okay, so we broke this previous lower low, correct? We broke above it. So this is a signal for switch. Prices will possibly be switching from this bearish trend to an uptrend. Okay, so that's one thing to note. Second thing to note is the second lower low here, which didn't get, hold on. Yeah, so the second lower low here is, hold up, this is actually tricky. Okay, so right here it actually did get broken. Okay, so the price actually did break this level as well. So this is bullish for AUD USD. I believe it's gonna buy. Okay, so the price has shifted from this bearish trend to now an uptrend. It's most likely gonna buy, and yeah, so the next target is number 166. This is where I expect it to get to 66 83. That's the first target. You want to be looking for buying opportunities for AUD USD. Okay, so these are the trades. Okay, so good area number one. If the price drops all the way down to 60.91, it's going to be an area for a buy. Okay, so 60.91 is a possible area for a buy. As of right now, the price, okay, we're going to focus on what's happening here. Okay, we have a structure right here. Okay, that's playing out. All right, so our high that just got broken, and then this is our low here, which the price has came back. Okay, it has come back to the retest on, and now it's buying. Okay, now the price is buying, and yeah, so now the next goal is to see whether the next thing is to see whether it is going to be able to break this current high. Okay, this new high that it just created. Okay, if it's going to be able to break it, if it does, then great. We're going to push to this resistance. If we get rejected, then we're coming back down. Okay, coming back down. So now let me go to the 1 hour. Okay, so this is the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so let's see what the price is doing. All right, so far the current candlestick is looking extremely bullish, right? It's looking extremely bullish. All right, so let's see how the price is going to be able to do. Okay, when it comes here at 65, okay, starting from 65.08 and 65.14, we want to see whether we are going to close above it or if we're going to get rejected. Okay, a sign of rejection is when we see a bearish candlestick. So if the price closes a bearish candlestick, then we got rejected and we will most likely come back down. But if it doesn't, then so yeah, so that's it. I would have looked for a buy down here. Okay, so for those who want to look for a buy, a good area is like down here at 63. Let me mark this properly. Okay, so this is on the daily time frame. Okay, so this area is based on the daily time frame. So 63.43, 63.64, good area to have entered a buy. If you didn't buy here, you've already missed out. So if the price comes back there again, okay, if AUD USD comes back here again, there's a high chance it's going to break below it, right? So the price comes back down to 63, this 63.43 and stuff. If it comes back there again, there's a high chance it's going to break below it, and then it will now most likely drop down to this point before buying again. Okay, so sell below 63.43. If price of AUD comes back and breaks below 63.43, just know that it's going to sell. So you can look for a sell at the pullback, right? So when it breaks this, it should pull back to the resistance and then continue selling. And then for now, we are going to be bullish. We're bullish as long as the price doesn't break this current low, 63.43. Okay, so that's it for AUD. If for now, if I was someone that wanted to trade this pair right now, I wouldn't be entering any trades, right? Because I missed the buying opportunity, which was down here. This is where I would have wanted to enter a buy, but since the price is no longer there, I technically cannot enter any trade anymore. So what I'm going to wait for is a possible sell, which could be happening around this resistance here. So I'll wait to see how the market is going to react once it comes here. I want to see whether it's going to get rejected or not. If it does get rejected, then I will look for a possible sell. If it doesn't get rejected, then I'm not going to look for a sell. Am I going to buy? No, I'm also not going to buy because I don't buy at resistance, all right? Just because the price broke this resistance, I am not going to buy, okay? I'm now going to wait. I'm not going to wait for the price to pull back down, okay? Always make sure you follow the same principle as well. Never buy at a resistance and never buy immediately after the price breaks the resistance, right? Because every time, majority of the time, whenever the price breaks the resistance, it will come back down, okay? There are times when it will push up, okay, yeah, it will push up, go up to a certain level, usually a resistance, and then it will come back down again, right? So you want to be patient when the price breaks the resistance. Once it breaks the resistance, you want to be patient, exercise patient, wait for the price to come back, right? To retest that resistance, which is now going to turn into support. But the best areas to enter is not even at the resistance, right? That resistance that turned into support is also not a really good area to buy. The best area is usually near the higher low, okay? The low point, that's usually where you want to look for your buy, okay? So I'm going to give you like a scenario, if I can draw it out here, okay? So here I have an uptrend. Let me just draw it out, okay? Or let me just say a resistance. I have a resistance, okay? This is a resistance price broke, right? So if I mark this resistance like this with a line, right? It's a resistance. When the price was below it, it's resistance. Now that the price has broken above it, it turns into support. So let me make it green, okay? So now, what am I going to do? Do I buy, okay, immediately when the price is above this? I will now look to enter buy, okay? I'm now going to enter a buy. I see this. This is a horrible place to look for a buy. I'm going to be patient, allow the market to push up, okay? And then if it chooses to return back here, then I could look for a possible buy, okay? Now this area is an area to buy, but it's an area that tends to not hold very well, okay? The best area is usually the higher low, okay? So near the low point, that tends to be the best area for buy. Or if we have any internal support, right? or fair value gaps. All right, so if we have any like internal support or fair value gaps in between this high and the low, this is your best area to buy. So you either buy here or you buy at the low. You're always gonna have a higher chance of success compared to if you're trying to buy here. Okay, this area here, buying here, works best on daily time frame. Okay, so when the price is on the daily time frame, returning back to the previous high of an uptrend, it tends to do a good job holding it and then it push up. So anyways, that's a lesson for another day. Okay, so in an uptrend, always look to buy, okay, in between the high and the low or near the low. Okay, the higher low, whatever. And then in a downtrend, it's basically similar. All right, it's just where is, yeah, so let me draw a scenario for a downtrend. So downtrend, we have, okay, so in a downtrend we have this low which the price breaks. Okay, so when the price is above this, this is support, right? This is a support. When the price breaks below 8, it turns into resistance. Okay, so this turns into resistance. Now when the price breaks below this low, immediately you shouldn't look to sell. Okay, this is a horrible way to enter a sell, because if you're entering a sell, you have a high chance of losing, because a lot of the time when the price breaks a low, it will pull back. Okay, it's going to pull back to retest this resistance. Okay, this support, which is now going to be a resistance, it's going to push back there to retest it before it continues going down. Okay, and a lot of the times when it's coming back to retest this, it tends to not even get rejected. It breaks in. Okay, it'll break in, and then the area where it's going to find strong resistance is either going to be at it's going to be either at the lower high. Okay, so anytime you see that we are in a downtrend, you mark the previous low, and then you need to also mark the previous lower high. Okay, super important. Get into the habit of doing this. You mark the previous low, and then you mark the previous lower high. That way you understand where the price is at. Okay, so the price, the area where it's going to look, it's going to get strongly rejected, it tends to be around the previous lower low. Okay, or if there's any internal resistance or fair value gaps in between, right, this is another thing that will cause the price to enter sell. So when you mark the previous lower low and the previous lower high, look for any fair value gap that's in between this zone. If there is none, then only look to sell around the previous lower high. Okay, so that's one area to enter your sell. And then when you're selling at these areas, you can target the previous low or the new low as your TP. Okay, if I'm selling at this resistance or fair value gap, I'm going to target this low as my TP. Now, if I'm selling at the lower high, okay, if the price makes its way to the lower high, now my target is no longer going to be this current low. I'm going to target this here as my take profit. Okay, the reason is because when the price breaks back above, okay, it reclaims this support, because this was once a support, but since the price came to it, instead of going down, it decided to break above it. This means that the price has reclaimed this support. Okay, it was a support that turned into resistance, but the price made back, like it broke back above it. So guess what? This support now is going to hold when the price comes back to it again. It's now going to hold it to now push back up. So this is also an area to look for buying opportunity. Okay, only if the price goes to this lower high. Okay, then you can look for buying opportunity here. Really, it's a really powerful area to look for buy in a downtrend. Okay, so yeah, guys, today I shared with you guys something that I believe is gonna help you guys in your trading, and I think I'm gonna end it here for now. One advice I would like to give you guys, regarding trading is to make sure you get to the point where you understand how the market moves. Okay, when the price is in an uptrend, okay, understand when the price is how the price is moving when it's in an uptrend, and understand how the price is moving when it's in a downtrend. Okay, you can literally just go on trading view and then go and back test, right? Go back test, look at the previous trends. Okay, all the information is available there for you for free. You just got to make yourself available to study it, right? Go and look at what the price tends to do every time it breaks a low. What does it tend to do? Every time it breaks a high, what does it tend to do? When you do this, you are going to start understanding, because to succeed in trading, you need to understand what is causing the price to move. You don't want to just be trading blindly, okay? Because the market is alive. Okay, it is alive, and it is not just making random moves. There's something that is driving it, right? It has levels that it has to respect and all that. And all of these are things that has happened in the past, right? Whatever has happened in the past is going to happen in the future. So the market is always going to respect these levels, all right? So yeah, and then lastly, another tip I'll give you guys: when you find yourself in a losing streak, okay, losing streak means you are just losing. Like, you enter a trade, you lose. The next trade you enter is also a losing trade, whatever. Whenever you enter a losing streak, right, after you've lost, like, let's say 3 times, 4 times, you should stop trading, right? Stop trading, because at this point, your your psychology has now been affected, right? Because losing is not fun, right? When we lose, it will make us to now become emotional. And when you become emotional, you're going to want to revenge, right? You're going to want to revenge. And when you're revenging, you will not even want to follow any strategy. It's kind of like you now are blinded. All right. There's going to be like a blindfold on your eyes to what's really happening to the market, right? Because the only thing that's on your mind right now is to try to make back the losses that you occurred. Okay. So if you find yourself in a losing streak, try to stop trading for that day. Like, just call it a day, and then come back tomorrow. Come back tomorrow with a fresh mindset and all that. All right. And then try to, in fact, when you stop trading, okay, stop trading and just take a break. Like, just get out of the screen. Don't look at the chart anymore. Take a breather for maybe a few hours, or you can take the whole day if you want, right? Now, when you feel more calm and everything, now come back and uh, go and review those trades that made you to lose. Okay, go review those trades that made you to lose, so you can learn why was the mistake that you made. Okay, because there is a mistake that you made somewhere. Maybe there's something you didn't understand back then, but now you have the opportunity to review and learn what that mistake was. Okay, we tend to learn a lot when we are losing. When you lose in a trade, that's when you know, okay, there's something that I missed. I need to go back and learn. Don't just say and be like, oh, well, I lost. Better luck next time. No, go and learn what the mistake it was that you made, and then yeah, and then try to, once you learn what the mistake was, the next trades that you take, make sure you don't repeat that mistake again. Okay, make sure you don't repeat that mistake, and make sure manage your risk well. Okay. A lot of the times when we are in a losing streak, uh, when we've lost a lot, what we tend to do is we want to increase our risk, right? Because we feel like the only way we're going to be able to make that money faster is when we use a higher lot size. So we're going to increase our lot size and try to make it quicker, which is not good. You should always keep sticking with the same risk management strategy that you've set in place at the beginning. Just keep using that, and then you're going to slowly make back those money that you lost. Okay. So that's my advice for you guys. I hope it's been helpful. And for now, quick recap of the things that we've analyzed. Okay, so number one, AUD USD. Like I said, this one here is bullish. I'm expecting it to push all the way to 66. 0.6680 around there. So up here, right? That's where I'm expecting it, right? And yeah, so the price should get there. What else did we analyze is gold, which I said is bearish. I'm expecting it to drop down to 31.67. Okay. Eventually, that's where I'm expecting it to get to. So I'm expecting the price to sell. And then I also analyze GBP USD, which also right now it's buying. I'm expecting it to sell. Okay. So I'm expecting GBP USD to sell. And then lastly, I analyzed Bitcoin. Okay. So I analyze Bitcoin, which I'm also expecting it to sell. Okay. Also expecting Bitcoin to sell. And yeah, so pretty much the only thing that's buying is AUD USD. Okay. So that is it for now, guys. I'm going to end it for here. If you're watching the recording of this live, please give it a thumbs up. Really appreciate it. And subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're not yet subscribed. Join the Telegram channel as well if you're not yet in it. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you for the likes and everything. Appreciate it. Have an amazing, profitable day. See you tomorrow. Take care, guys.